Hello and welcome to Channels Book Club. My name is Olakunle Kasumo and I'm always delighted to be on this show. This week, we are looking at this book titled Essentials of Safety and Health. You need to get yourself a copy of this book, trust me on that. The author is Adeyinka Adebiyi and is our guest this week. We'll get to introduce him and then you'll enjoy the conversation we had with him. But let me give you some safety tips from his book before we get started. Now, we all use mobile phones, right? Now, here are some safety tips for all mobile phone users. It says here that always put your phone away from your bed while about to sleep. I bet you do that. Do not plug your mobile phone to an electricity source when there is no electricity. Only put it on charge when power is restored. You know, when you plug your phone, there's no power, but you just plug your phone and just leave it there. Bad. Do not place earpiece on while walking on the road or driving. Never receive calls while driving, even if it's hands-free. Pull over and pick your call if it is important. It is unsafe to answer calls while the phone is plugged and still charging. Reduce volume to an acceptable level while using the earpiece. You can't believe the number of safety tips in this book, from when you're at home, to when you go to the office, when you're driving, all sorts of situations in life. And it's just a very useful book. So the author is here with us this day, this week, and it's a week where the world is remembering all the important rules of safety, considering the World Safety Date. Let's get to meet with our guest author and enjoy the conversation and learn a lot on safety tips. Enjoy this.
Adeyinka Adebiyi is a safety expert who works with the Lagos State Safety Commission. He was appointed as the pioneer head of the Safety Skills Development Department, which later became Safety Training, Education and Skills Development. Adebiyi later served as the Substantive Director, Health, Safety and Technical Training, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board. He was redeployed back to the Lagos State Safety Commission, and he is presently the Director of Public Safety and Wellbeing. Adebiyi is a member of the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, ISPON. He joins Channels Book Club to discuss his book, Essentials of Safety and Health.
Adeyinka Adebiyi, nice to have you on Channels Book Club.
It's my pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Wow, Essentials of Safety and Health. You've had a long career. Well, you started teaching, many years teaching, and then you moved into health and safety and, right? Tell me a bit about that trajectory, that journey.
I did vocational and technical education in the university. And technical and vocational education, there's a course, industrial safety is a 4-unit course in the university, for those who do that course. I did that course. Ever since that time, I developed interest in safety. And because I was teaching technical college, and the environment of technical college is school work environment, where students and teachers have to deal with equipment, machines, and tools. And of course, there's need to bring in safety because of, that environment, Because we are training the students to go into the industry. And they are going to face all these machines, all these equipments, they are using here for training, so in the industry. So therefore, there's need, for them to have adequate knowledge of safety. So that actually brought me to that. So meanwhile, when Lagos State Safety Commission was created in 2011, I met the Director General then, the permanent Director General, and she invited me to come.
And that began your journey?
Yes, that was when I started, working with Lagos Safety Commission.
Now, so you've written this book, Essentials of Safety and Health, a handbook on public safety for all households. I told my wife, you better read this book because there are a lot of things that we don't pay attention to that you have addressed in this book. Yeah, like so many things that you don't pay attention to. That for me is what makes your book stand out. And it's very practical, very pragmatic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. From gas at home.
Thank you.
How do you handle your gas cylinder? What do you look out for? And all that? So let's speak broadly about this book. Okay. What will the viewer out there find in your book?
You see, from its name, Essentials. You know what it means? It means that very important. Those things that you jettison and you think it is business as usual, God is there, nothing will happen. No. Everything that has to do with home safety is there. Number one, the issue of liquefied petroleum gas, popularly known as cooking gas, has been a major disaster in homes. It is a hazard on its own if not properly handled. And a lot of people do not know how to handle it. For instance, where do you place your cooking gas to? It is not supposed to be in the kitchen. It is supposed to be outside the kitchen where you pass the gas from outside to the burner inside. And don't forget, every morning, one loses sense of smell.
Yes.
And therefore, when you wake up in the morning, you need to tarry a while, 10, 15 minutes, that sense comes back. You can now go to the kitchen. And when you get there, open the windows, the shutters, and the doors for whatever odor to evaporate.
Yes.
To evaporate. Then you go to the back. You open the gas bottle from outside. Then you come in and you open it gradually inside. Then you can now strike a match. Why? Because if you fail to shut it off outside, gas retains in the pipe. Even if you put it off inside, gas retains. And that is mistake most people make. So once they put it off, once they shut the knob inside, they won't even go out. I mean, they want to go out and shut it off there. And it's wrong. So there is gas inside, if it's not shut, from outside too. So, and in the morning, explosions happen in the morning mostly because...
Yes, I read that from...
Yes.
Most explosions happen in the morning.
In the morning, because you don't perceive odor. I mean, in the morning, you get to the kitchen, you just strike a match, then boom. What you hear is boom. So that has been, So it is very, very essential that your gas bottle is placed outside while you pass the gas to the burner inside, which is very, very important. Not only that, in the kitchen, there are a lot of hazards in the kitchen. Knives, all these cutters, all these knives, forks, and all of this. Yeah. So all of these things are, inherently hazardous. And that is why it's advisable that you don't allow little kids to go to the kitchen.
So those and many others.
So many. I also talk about traffic, transport, road safety. Talk about inland waterways. You are also living with us to boat capsizing on our waters. So because people throw caution to the winds. By 6 p.m., it's becoming dark. You don't have to go, waterways. And anytime you're going waterways, you need to wear your life jacket. Not just wear, well knotted. Some people are fond of just putting because of enforcement agents. They just put it on. You need to notice well, because if
the boat
capsizes, you can remain afloat on the waters. It's also that.
Wow.
Then again, let me just add this. Most of us would like just jump into a vehicle and just drive off. Have you taken time to even check the vehicle you're even driving? You need to check your vehicle. Go on that, just move around your vehicle and check underneath if there is leakage of fluid. Not only that, supposing your one little kid has just crawled and just hid, inside the sand protector, and you wouldn't know. Or somebody has just put chair behind, and you are just... So all of these things are very... You need to check your vehicle, then enter into a vehicle, check the warning lights. But all of these things are tantamount to having an accident on the road, if not well checked.
I'll come back to specifics in your book.
Yes.
But speaking generally, from your professional opinion, how careless are Nigerians generally when it comes to the issue of safety?
Honestly, except Lagos now, that is 80% aware of safety, because it is only in Lagos State that we have Lagos Safety Commission.
Oh, only Lagos State has that commission?
Yes, only Lagos State has Lagos State Safety Commission. Other states are yet to have safety commission. And when it was established, precisely on the 7th of July 2011, we have gone round all the nooks and crannies of Lagos.
Educating,
sensitizing, training workers in the industries, going from house to house. So we have done quite a lot. Lagos has done quite a lot on awareness on safety and health. That we have done. So in Lagos today, I can assure you, we rely so much on God that, of course, in Jesus did not happen. That is the issue. So you can see that somebody just put petrol in a jerry can, and put it beside, generator. Put it inside generator, or put it under the staircase, alongside another jerry can, similar, with petrol put together. Another scenario happened where the mother asked our child, go and bring a kerosene for kerosene stove. He went and brought petrol because it was not labeled. And the
same keg type,
yes.
Same.
So these are
petrol and then
these are the things. And we have been saying this time and time again, that don't even store petroleum products inside.
Should be outside.
All you need to do is go and buy your fuel, pour it into your generator, and just get the keg away from ignition points.
I wish we had enough power. We didn't need to buy petrol, to be buying petrol for generators. Anyway, that's another. Now, the home, the environment, drainage systems, entrance, exit doors.
Yes.
You said every building should have an entrance and exit door.
Of course.
And every house built should have at least two.
At least two.
Two outlets.
Two
inlets and outlets.
Yes.
And then you spoke about the burglary proofs.
Yeah.
Illumination and ventilation.
Yes.
You spoke a lot about, you've written a lot here about the kitchen.
Yes.
Using of chopping board,
yeah.
kitchen environment tips, safety procedures in handling cooking gas, storage facility at home, food poisoning.
Yes.
There are a lot of things in our homes that can hurt if mismanaged.
Definitely, yes.
That's what you are saying.
Definitely,
basically.
Yes.
We have to be detailed, we have to pay attention to safety and health issues. And there are so many of them.
It's germane. It's very important.
What is the most common, I'll ask for the home and for the road and for the office, okay? What's the most common safety Should I use the word disregard? I don't know whether that's a good expression. But you get, well, what's the most common safety error or disregard or whatever other expression is applicable?
At home, in the office,
yes,
or
at
the
home in the office that you have observed. What's the most common? At home, what's the most common in the office and on the road that we've observed?
The home is the issue of liquefied petroleum gas. The placement.
The way gas cylinders are used.
There's so many, but I've just mentioned that because, I mean, that is what people use now. You know, I mean, gas. Apart from that, at home too, placement of sharp objects
It's also a
must
common
be
one.
placed
At a height children.
so that children will not go in and pick it up.
So failure to do that, you've seen it cause a lot of harm.
Of what I just mentioned, look at even the issue of the kerosene and the petrol. People still stock petrol at home, and it's wrong. People still stock petroleum products at home, volatile products. That is one for home. For roads, before you drive your car out, your vehicle out of your home, you need to check your vehicle.
So that's the most common.
And the first thing you should do is to walk around the vehicle. Check if there's a leakage of liquid. 1. 2, set your mirror for blind spots. Then there's what I wrote there also, I call it road rage.
That one is very common.
We are very fond of road rage.
Is it stress?
You don't
No
have
light at home. Salary doesn't take you home.
You don't
and all
have
that.
to,
Somebody now wants to come and
you don't
cross
have to be unnecessarily
You just
stress yourself. You don't.
you have to cool down.
You have to calm down. If you don't, you will give yourself unnecessary headache. Okay, somebody, you see, when you are driving, you need to give a space of a car, of a vehicle in between. But here is bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper.
And
in Lagos,
even if you want to say, okay, fine, I want to give, a space of a vehicle, somebody will just come.
10 of them will enter.
That also will get you angry. But you don't have to be angry. You don't have to be angry. You maintain that distance. You know. So that has been the issue. So I mean, unconsciously people do it. I mean, the cost you on the road. I mean, it happens. It will. How do I put it?
the bile will rise. The bile will rise.
So those are the things that that is for road. For office, that is so many. Now, how do you sit in the office?
Adeyinka, I'm sorry, we'll have to end this here. I mean, I think viewers will go and get this because it's so packed full. There's so many things to look at. But unfortunately, we are out of time. so maybe we'll bring you back here.
Please bring me back.
Talk more about all this. There's so much to learn. Thank you very much for joining us on Channels Book Club. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you for writing this.
Thank you very much.
It's a treasure. Thank you. So much to learn from Adeyinka Adebiyi and his book, Essentials of Safety and Health. So many things. We just didn't have enough time to dig into a lot of things in his book. So get yourself a copy and you'll find everything he said and much more in there. Up next, there is a book club in Owo, Ondo State. Now, there are a few book clubs, springing up here and there all over the country, and they are doing tremendous work promoting the reading culture. They are not out there, they're not loud, they're not so visible, but the work they are doing at the grassroots levels, tremendous, and we commend them. We really commend them. Now, one of the book clubs out there in Owo, Ondo State, is Foremost Book Club, and recently they had an event. We were there. Enjoy this.
Students and educators from various schools in our town of Ondo State are present here for the 2022 Foremost Book Festival. The annual book festival is organized by the Foremost Book Club. The participating students speak on the decline in reading culture in Nigeria.
The poor reading culture among youths in this country has reached an alarming state, and it needs to be urgently attended to before it gets out of hand. Digital gadgets is responsible for distracting kids from their academics and from a good reading habit.
We see now that indeed the very space in which book occupies in our society seems to shrink. According to some people, technology is to be blamed. Yes, technology is to be blamed because the rise in internet and the subsequent explosion of social medias has contributed directly and indirectly.
The keynote speaker of the event, Abiola Obanoye, bears his mind on the theme of this year's festival, Why Am I in School?
The life itself is a school. So when you ask yourself, why are you in school? It's as good as asking ourselves, why am I created? Because the society itself is a question of essence and existence.
The organizer of the festival reads an excerpt of the book, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born, with the students.
The light from the bus moved uncertainly down the road until finally the two vague circles caught some indistinct object on the side of the road where it conveyed out in front. The bus had come to a stop. Its confused rattle had given space to an endless plastic shoulder, as if its pieces were held together by too much rust over to fall completely apart. The driver climbed down onto the road from his seat, took a corrupted packet of tokens from his shirt pocket, stuck a bent cigarette in his mouth, and lit a match. The head refused to catch. However, there was only the humid orange glow as the driver recently threw away the stick and took out another. After the third try, a yellow flame sputtered briefly. The driver caught it quickly with the end of the cigarette before it died. This book is The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born. We have just read from chapter 1 of the book, having about 29 chapters, and we've read the first 2 paragraphs. Thank you.
The Foremost Book Club was born out of the quest for a reading center in the absence of a functional library in Owo, and has continued to promote reading in the historic town.
Such great work Olumide is doing out there in Owo together with his team. And if you are doing something in any town, any village, any city across Nigeria, give us a call, send us an email, let's know what you're doing, and we'll see how we can join you to make the reading culture grow in Nigeria, especially for young people. Young people in Nigeria all over the country really need to develop a reading culture. Well, this is where we have to end the show. As always, we'll be very delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.